Hello, everyone. This is from Milwaukee to Nashville. I'm Daniel Goodman. Over there is John Lewandowski. Our show is brought to you by the wonderful folks at Hockey Locker 2002 West Howard Avenue, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You can call them at 414-800-7585 or visit their website at hockeylockermilwaukee.com. All righty. Today, the Milwaukee Cowbells took on the Iowa Wild.
All right, shots on goal in the first period. Iowa outshot Milwaukee 9-7. In the second period, Iowa outshoots Milwaukee 11-8. In the third period, Iowa outshoots Milwaukee 15-8. In total, Iowa outshoots Milwaukee 36 to 23. Now Iowa goes 0 for 4 on the power play with 7 minutes, 2 infractions, while Milwaukee goes 1 for 1 with 13 minutes, 5 infractions. Scoring in the first period at the 6:28 mark for Iowa was Matthew Sopp, scoring his fourth of the season, assisted by Graham Clark, his 16th, and Travis Boyd, his 24th. Then at the 18:25 mark, the Admirals score with a goal from Jassi
Ullinen.
Ullinen. Thank you.
Gotcha.
Jesse Ullinen, his ninth on the year, which I believe first for the Admirals, though.
Correct.
That was on the power play, assisted by Grigory Denisenko, his 16th, and Cal O'Reilly, his 27th. Then in the second period at the 110 mark for the Admiral or Cowbells, Admirals, same thing tonight. Ufko scores his seventh on the year, assisted by Kevin Graval, his 12th, and Ozzy Weisblatt, his 17th. Then at the 246 mark, Milwaukee scores again with a goal from Scott Reedy, his fourth on the shorthand.
Then at the 12:16 mark, Graham Clark scores his 10th for Iowa with an assist from David Yurkic, his 7th, and Hunter Height, his 13th. Then Michael Milne scores his 10th with an assist from Ryan Sandelin and Ben Jones. Jones is 16th, Sandelin's 8th. Then at the third, Joachim Kimmel scores on a snipe. It was a snipe. His 12th with an assist from Jesse Ullinen, his 18th, and Mark Friedman, his 7th. So the new guys, Friedman, Ullinen, Denisenko, all producing. Then scoring at the 15:10 mark was Luke Troporinsky, his 8th, with an assist from Matthew Sopp, his 7th. Then in overtime, the only shot on goal was Graham Clark, his 11th, with an assist from Carson Lambos, his 8th, and Ben Jones, his 17th. Admirals fall in OT 5-4. The Admirals now have a 4-point, 3-point lead. 3-point lead. Okay, 3-point lead with 5 games in hand on Texas. They have 1 game, or Texas has 5 games in hand. Grand Rapids has 1 game in hand. The Wolves have 4 games in hand. Those 4 games would be 10 points. 10 points would put them in first place. With 5 games in hand, or 4 games in hand would be 8 points. That would put them 1 point behind the Admirals. With the 5 games in hand, that would put them almost 6 points in against the Admirals. Now Texas does play us. We play Texas twice in April, the 5th and the 6th. I think those games are going to be the ones that I'm going to want to pay attention to the most. But right now, keep getting points. That's kind of the
Yeah.
uh the thing here is keep getting points, even if you're going to lose in OT.
Right.
The Admirals are 6-3-1 and or 6-3-1. Well, Texas is 5-3-2. And Grand Rapids is on a slide at 3-6-1. So, and the Wolves are 5-5. We do not. We play the Wolves twice in April. We also play Rockford once in Milwaukee. Um, lots of games against. Oh, we play Chicago this weekend, the 7th, and then we play Iowa again the 8th.
Yeah.
Um. Uh. With that being said, personally hope Livingstone's okay. Took a puck to the face in the second period. One did finish the game, but just wanted to put that out there that that happened.
Right.
Mateer had a rough night, -2. Kevin Wall -2. Uh, Moreno -1. Borg -1. Livingston -1. Boston -1. But if you look at the other side, there's a lot of -1s over there as well. Corona did not have a good game, stopping 31 of 36. Well, in net for the Iowa Wild was Samuel Halava. Um, he stopped 19 of 23. The coaches for Iowa are Brett McLean is the head coach. Assistant coach Nathan McAvers and Ben Simons with the goaltending coach Richard Bachman. Head coach for the Admirals is Carl Taylor. Assistant coach Matt Donovan and Greg Rollo. Attendance was 6,423, but given all the staff and people in the building, they were all given cowbells by the Admirals. Every single staff member, every single person, even the people at the vendors were given them. And were told at the time when they were told to ring them. We did break the record. See, broke the record. They had that. The Admirals are now the holder for the Milwaukee Cowbells. Also, we will be mentioned next weekend on Saturday Night Live. That's a pretty big audience, for
Yeah.
me to be mentioned on Saturday Night Live. Um, with that being said, the Preds play tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern, 11:30 Central. And then tomorrow night at 5 o'clock, if you turn on ESPN, ESPN Plus, or Disney, the Detroit Red Wings and the Columbus Blue Jackets will be playing their Stadium Series game. That is tomorrow. Um, I also believe, hang on. Oh God. Atlanta plays at 7 o'clock Eastern time, 6 o'clock our time. So tomorrow night's show will be done at night. So no matter the outcome of the Preds, and then on Sunday we are taking the day to ourselves. It is a much needed kind of rest and recoup. I believe the Preds are in action. Um, the only way you're getting us on camera tomorrow, or not tomorrow, that Sunday in particular, is any of the Preds players currently on the roster do get traded. Your Nyquist, O'Reilly's,
All right.
like those things we'll jump on camera for. But other than that, we will not be covering the games. We will just be covering the movement.
Right.
What it means and what happens, what the fallout's gonna be.
Right.
We kind of need a day away from games. We have upcoming. I should have just went to the calendar on my phone. Um, The Preds play Tuesday and Thursday. We will be covering both of those games. Sunday is up. There's a reason I may have to take my van to go get work done, so we'll see what happens there. You know, priorities. Other than that, and just so you know, these were available for purchase and the team store. I'm sure they still have some left. Uh, Other than that, John, what do we have coming up in the graphics department? Anything fun?
I don't know, but if I looked correctly, the Admirals after today only have 18 games left in the regular season
Okay.
because the regular season is 72 games and they've played 50. It was either 54 or 58. I already forgot it, but let's see. It would have to be so 50, 54, I think. Yeah. So 18.
Uh, in that area as well. Do you think um that the um trade I know the trade deadline day is going to be busy as all hell because I'm busy that more,
Right.
and then as soon as I'm done with that, I'm coming to get you, kind of thing.
Right.
I'm hoping to either stick to my plan that I have currently, where I've been going around 9, 10 o'clock,
Hmm.
be done by 11, so that way by the time I get to you, it'll be like noon,
Okay.
and then we'll cover the 3 hours.
Right.
But that night, I'm gonna need so I might need trazodone that night to sleep because I got to be up early anyway, just in case something does happen.
Yeah.
So there is a small roster freeze in the night, but I believe it's in the AHL. Not 100% sure on that, but I know the AHL roster freeze is coming up as well.
Right.
So in that department, the Admirals coming up have a school day game the 5th. They play the Wolves the 7th, and they play Iowa the 8th. Then they play Hartford the 15th and Rockford the 16th, and then Manitoba the 25th. They have one, two, three, four.
18 games left.
Yeah, and they have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9 home games. So out of that, they have 9 home games, and they have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine,
Yeah.
nine home games as well.
Yeah, it looks to be split.
Yep. So it's a split. For 3 road, 3 home in April. One, two, three, four, five, four, five, six. One, two, three, four, five, six. So yeah, it's a straight up split. Um, it's not that bad, but um, it is something interesting now. um, Doc out for the rest of the season for the Canadians. It does look like the Avalanche won 5-2 over Minnesota. Dallas beat the Kings 6-2, and the Maple Leafs beat the Rangers 3-2. Well, what's that do for the standings? Um, Colorado and Minnesota are tied in points. Calgary still one back. Minnesota does have a game in hand over Colorado.
Yeah.
Um, Calgary has a game in hand over Vancouver. And Nashville is pretty much mathematically eliminated from the playoffs.
Uh,
Um,
I
well,
also wanted to add, if I remember Aaron Sims right tonight, he said that this season for the Milwaukee Admirals, 41 different players have played for the team.
that sounds about correct. Um, Hang on. Oops. The NHL trade deadline is at 3 p.m. Eastern, so that's 2 o'clock our time.
Yeah.
Okay. There is a trade ability following the deadline. This is new to me. The NHL trade deadline is March 7th at 3 p.m. However, players can still be moved, but any player dealt after the deadline will not be able to play for their new team until the following season.
Oh, yeah, that is new.
That's according to Sports Illustrated. I wouldn't knock them ever. And it is exactly 40 days to the end of the season. Alrighty. Our video on Thursday. Okay. The Preds play. We're off.
Okay.
Um, Thursday, our video Thursday, we will break down as long as guys have not been moved, the guys that have not been moved, we're gonna break down who could around the league get moved. Now, the NHL, okay. Um, uh, like right now, the Ducks guy most likely to be moved is Brian Dumoulin. Boston, Trent Frederick. Um, Buffalo, Henry Yokiaru. The Flames is a third round pick. Carolina's Jack Roslovic. Blackhawks is Ryan Donato. Avalanche is Middlestad. Um, Blues is a fourth or a third round pick. They're going to be looking. They said a third or a fourth round pick. There is a chance that they're going to move Provorov and right winger Olivier. Dallas is the 2026 first round pick. Detroit is a third round in 25. Edmonton's a second round in 25. Florida's a second round in 26. LA is a first round in 25. Wouldn't be surprised to see them come sniffing at a forward. Minnesota is Liam Ogren. He is a first rounder. Looks like they're going to be looking to add to, try and make a further push in the playoffs. Jake Evans is the guy most likely to get traded for Montreal. Nashville is Nyquist. It's pretty much virtually a lock at this point, with it being the last year of a deal with a 3.2 million. Nashville, if they move that, will be able to take on cap. So there's a chance that somebody might be willing to jump in and give
Right.
us more if we're willing to take on cap for the remainder of the season. Brock Nelson for the Islanders, Riley Smith for the Rangers, Jacob Bernard Docker is for the Ottawa Senators. We don't play Ottawa enough. Rasmus Ristolainen, right-handed defenseman out of Philadelphia. Pittsburgh is Anthony Bolivier. San Jose is Nico Sturm. Brendan Teta for Seattle. Zach Bolduc for St. Louis. Second round pick in 2025 from the Kings is the Lightning's most likely. Toronto is willing to move their first round pick. Utah is willing to move their first round in 2025. They're looking to acquire guys such as Brock Nelson, Brock Besser, and Ricard Raquel. Now, with that being said, wouldn't be surprised to see O'Reilly pop into that mix as well for
Mhm.
guys who are willing to give up first round picks. Brock Besser for the Canucks is most likely to be moved with his contract expiring, and there's been no talks in progress. Wouldn't be surprised to see that. Also, wouldn't be surprised to see a team that thinks that they can get the deal done move that. 2025 pick for Vegas, second round pick for in 2025 for the Washington Capitals. But they also have Ryan Leonard, Andrew Cristal, and Cole Hudson. Um, if that's willing. Colby Barlow for the Winnipeg Jets will outright be done. Um, Beyond all that, like I said, we'll get into more of that over the next couple um couple days. Today the Syracuse Crunch were in action. No, Anthony Angelo did not play. What a shocker. Because he got hurt at practice this morning.
Oh man.
Um, Beyond all that, anything else you'd like to add? There's been rumblings of guys like McCarron who, you know, big gritty forward can get you
Hmm.
some, because they're going to be looking to get younger. I wouldn't be surprised to see Sissons on the move. Sissons has been here forever. Maybe a fresh start for him would be a good thing.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add there?
No, I don't think so.
All righty. Well, it is officially Saturday here, and I got to be up for this Preds game in the morning. So, see y'all later, tomorrow, today, whatever have you. Anyway, go Cowbells /
Mhm.
Admiral. The Admirals are back in action on Wednesday. The Cowbells are officially done. I had a lot of fun with this. Um, at the end of the day, this is what it's about. It's about having fun. Thank you all for watching.